Okay, so we can begin. Okay. So I didn't like the way I started last week. Very YouTube. Welcome to the show, you know.
Okay.
So I think we should just start
A cold
talking.
open, as it
cold
were.
open, yeah. Because I did like the cold open last time actually. I liked it a lot. All right, so let's start talking about this. Pork psychosis. I started thinking about this kind of a bit like show and tell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly. It's 100% sure.
I don't know if you had the same vibe, but I was like, okay, how am I going to like almost impress Dan? How am I gonna give him something that makes him go ooh, you know, makes his asshole pucker, or maybe not too much because we're drinking coffee and apparently you have a weak sphincter, but
Yeah, within 45 minutes, I'm going to take a shit. And it could be in 5 minutes or it could be in 45. But at some point, it's going to have to happen.
okay. So let's start with something a little left-brained.
Okay, let's go for it.
Because you said something last week about why it's called pork and not pig.
Mm-hmm.
And you were wrong.
I hate this.
You were half right, to be fair.
Okay.
You said something about the fucking Arabs.
No, the Anglo-Saxons.
The Anglo-Saxons. Oh yeah. It was because of the Norman Conquest, basically.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, but in the episode, I don't think this is what you said. I think you said something about the Arabs and the Anglo-Saxons.
Oh, no, I definitely didn't say Arabs. That would be crazy.
I think you...
Not in the English language.
I can't remember.
There's no etymological...
Exactly. I can't remember what you said in the episode. But yes, it was because of the Norman Conquest. And basically after the Normans, who spoke Old French, conquered the English, conquered England in 1066. There was a linguistic class divide.
Yes.
And basically the Anglo-Saxon peasants raised the animals, but then it was the Norman nobility that ate most of the like expensive meat. So that's why pork is called pork, because it was eaten by Normans, and why pig is called pig.
Okay.
This was raised by the Anglo-Saxons, right?
Yes.
And then the same thing for beef, like bœuf in French,
exactly.
and cow in English. But then chicken was spared that fate.
Interesting.
Why? Because it was both raised and eaten by the Anglo-Saxons. The French didn't eat it. It was a peasant food, was common. But in fact, if you go to a fancy restaurant, it's still called shit in French, coq au vin. To fancy it up, they would call it something in French.
Coq au vin is cock in wine.
Exactly. Which I've done a lot in my day. Even deer and venison is the same thing. Do I have anything else that was interesting here?
Yeah, thanks for starting this speech by saying you were wrong, and then going on to say pretty much exactly what I said.
No, but you gave the wrong. You didn't mention the Normans.
No, I did not mention the Normans. I did not mention the Normans. I don't know if I said Vikings, but the Normans were.
I think that's what you said. I think maybe you said Vikings.
Yeah, but the Normans were Vikings who settled in France and became the Normans.
And
then went up to England, so they did have some Viking heritage of some kind.
Oh, yeah, you found a way to cuck me in the end.
Yes. I snuck it in there. Your mom is messaging me. I'm going to tell her I'm busy.
Please do. She's coming tomorrow.
Is she coming tomorrow?
Yeah, it's coming to our show.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Okay. So, also, interestingly, pork is the most eaten meat in the world.
Wow.
Huh? Did you look at that? So, if there was going to be a pork psychosis...
Pretty widespread.
Yeah. Actually, no, because half the pork in the world is eaten by China.
Oh, is that true?
So, technically, they fuck with the stats. You know, chicken is a bit... Because it's pork, number one, with 36%. Chicken's at 34%. Then it's beef 21%, goat, lamb, and sheep at 6%, and then others like other game. Like
It
duck
all
and-
evens out because there's large populations that don't eat pork, like in the Middle East, but then India doesn't eat beef.
Exactly.
So
But then chicken's pretty like
everyone loves chicken,
exactly. Chicken's the shotgun of the meat world.
except fancy Normans.
No, they only eat coq au vin. And
don't
we're
know.
going to end the episode today by getting a glass of wine and sticking Dan's dick in it. And then he puts it in my mouth. Okay.
Which we were going to do anyway, but just like this, it's a happy coincidence.
Exactly. It's on theme. It's thematic. Now, would you like to present your first show and tell
Okay.
item?
So you have historical notes,
Yes,
including dates, including Normans, including etymology.
Uh-huh.
Very left brain thing to do.
Yes.
As a representative for the right brain, I have written a poem. Erupting in cognitive splendor, the hour of patterns commence.
So sorry, this isn't going. This
How dare you interrupt me?
Oh, sorry, I thought that was the title.
That's such a long title.
I thought, sorry, it's not gonna be pretentious.
Of course it's going to be pretentious. I wrote the poem.
But I thought maybe it was going to be a peasant poem, you know?
It's not.
Okay.
No, it's a pretentious poem.
So please, go on.
There's a long-
Go on.
long
I won't interrupt this time. Please start from the beginning so we can get the full effect.
Where else would I have started?
I mean, that's,
This now that I've been interrupted, it feels a lot sillier. And I am at least 10 times more self-conscious.
sorry, are you gonna? Sorry, okay, sorry.
I feel like you're going to interrupt me again.
I want to so bad.
Please do, because I just reread it and it's pretty shit. I don't know why this was the first thing I thought to do.
Go. I won't interrupt. I promise.
Erupting in cognitive splendor, the hour of patterns commence. 'Tis harder to sleep in the pigsty, for nightmares of jumping the fence. The farmer is wearing a lab coat. He mumbles a quick diagnosis and scribbles a hasty prescription for the pig and his pork psychosis. And then here's where we'll put in like basketball dunk sounds.
Oh,
people
yeah,
cheering.
that was pretty good. So what's symbolically, what did you mean by the lab coat?
I think the idea behind the poem was that it's a pig receiving a diagnosis for his psychosis. And I thought it would be funny, like, there's an actual pig having an actual psychosis, which led me down a little rabbit hole of, can a pig have a psychosis?
Can a pig have a psychosis, do you think?
Well, they certainly tried. They certainly tried. A study in 2003 where they attempted to genetically modify several pigs to develop schizophrenia. No follow-up study.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm absolutely serious. There was no follow-up study. So
I wonder why.
because the pigs gained sentience and slew their masters. Well, terrible idea, obviously, but God bless them for trying. No follow-up study, and the researcher died a few years ago. Otherwise, I would have emailed her or something to ask for, like, hey, what happened to the schizophrenic pigs?
They genetically modified pigs to develop schizophrenia. What was the purpose of the study? Why were they
The
doing
purpose
this?
of the study was pig brains and human brains are pretty in line with certain things. Usually they would use like mice or something, but this was more like a lot of frontal lobe genomes that they were affecting. They were trying to essentially prove which genomes were involved in schizophrenia by giving it to pigs. Immediate problem with the experimental method is, how do you prove that a pig has schizophrenia?
Literally my next question. In preparation of this episode, I read the British Psychological Society's report on psychosis and schizophrenia.
Now we're cooking.
And one of the things is also that there is no such thing as such, in the sense that it is a collection of symptoms. A collection of symptoms that includes hearing voices,
Yes.
for example, or seeing things that aren't there. So how would they know that the pig is experiencing these symptoms or paranoid delusions?
Yes.
How would they know?
I think you have to ask him, which again is the problem.
It would make sense if the researchers were also undergoing a psychosis.
They must
themselves.
have been. They must have been.
That's the only way.
And they wanted a little company. They're like, yeah, no, we can tell what the pigs are going through.
On the researchers' part, it was really revealing their cards. It was really like, tell me you're undergoing a pork psychosis without telling me you're undergoing a pork psychosis.
This is my pig. He has schizophrenia. So please treat him a little bit nicely. Don't raise your voice. The pig is like,
I can't eat this slop. It's poison. They're poisoning. They're poisoning the slop.
Also, the pig has every right to be paranoid because his owners are giving him schizophrenia very much on purpose.
Exactly. Like, at one point, this was also another thing that struck me when I was reading this report. So a lot of people that have schizophrenia and they have psychotic episodes, paranoia is one of the main things, right? And one of the questions I have is, what if you're right to be fucking paranoid? Like, okay, maybe your food isn't being poisoned, but maybe there's something in your environment that is like constantly kind of.
You can argue your food isn't being poisoned to kill you, but it's being poisoned to make you addicted to salt and sugar and preservatives.
Microplastics. Like, at what point is it irrational?
Yes. It's irrational to think that perhaps it's only happening to you. And that is when really a psychosis becomes a psychosis, is there's a egotistical
the grandiose
element to it.
delusions.
Yes, that it's not the world is being poisoned because, companies are hiding cornstarch and everything to make you basically addicted to ketchup. Which is so sweet. But that, like, oh no, they are trying to target me specifically.
Yeah, the CIA has put extra sugar into my ketchup packets specifically, and they have a conspiracy with all the Indian bolt drivers, and they're all
working together.
Of course, they are plants from the global financial elite and the Jews and the Illuminati. Which, listen, don't get me started, but I'm watching a lot of conspiracy
Drop
videos.
the hard J. Drop the hard J bomb.
What would you call?
I follow a lot of schizophrenics on YouTube that have like 4 subscribers, and I'm one of them. And a lot of what they do is like they'd post live streams of their very crappy flat, and there'd be like police sirens outside, and they'd be saying like, see, they're trying to keep us awake. You know, the sirens are making sure that we can't sleep. Yes.
Are they wrong?
And then a lot of the comments are all by like his 3 other subscribers are also schizophrenic. They're like, I know, I'm going through the same thing. I'm telling you.
Yeah, what do you comment?
I work for the CIA. You're right, 100%. I'm giving all of the pig psychosis. Starting with you.
On the note of the pigs should have been paranoid, considering that their owners were literally genetically modifying them to be schizophrenic.
Yes.
Have you heard about the Anunnaki?
Oh, now we're talking.
Talk about the schizophrenic.
Is this okay? I shall display my ignorance of the Anunnaki. This is a cult.
No.
A tribe.
No, so the Anunnaki are the alien race that brought the moon here, and are the ones that are responsible for uplifting the apes that were us into us.
Okay.
And along with their other slave race. And basically, they come from the 12th planet in our solar system that has a giant elliptical orbit around the sun. So you only see it once every, like, I think 11,000 years or something like that.
Stupid.
And how did it go? Oh yeah, their planet was dying. It was being polluted, and they needed gold dust to disperse into their environment, so to reflect the UV rays. And so they came to Earth because there's a lot of gold deposits, and they uplifted the monkeys in order to enslave them to mine the gold, which they did. And then at some point we rebelled along with their other slave race, and then we created hybrids with the Anunnaki, and that's modern humans, essentially. And this is all a very interesting schizophrenic episode, okay?
Yes.
But there are weird things about it, such as the fact that there is actually a 12th planet that has been confirmed now.
Oh, wow,
that
is that
there
true?
is in a fucking giant elliptical orbit around there. So that's a bit, there are certain things that are a bit
So
weird.
unfortunately, this is a theory that needs 11,000 years in order for us to disprove it.
No, not even. It's been proven. Like this planet is there. It's like it's a fact now. Apparently,
If we only observe it every 11,000 years, then we can't check if there's any tall aliens there.
No. It doesn't get close enough.
Covered in gold. This, I think, is the Cat Williams, Kanye West.
Oh yes, they all go through this at some point.
Yeah, they're big Anunnaki
Then
fans.
there's a bunch of, like, for every, like, one thing that makes sense, there's like 20 things that don't. Like, for example, even the word Anunnaki basically comes from, like, this Sumerian legend.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's a mistranslation. So there was this guy, Zachariah Sitchin.
Cat Williams doesn't speak ancient Sumerian.
No, and in fact, no one does. That's the rub. Yeah. And now with, like, AI, they're starting to kind of translate certain things. And it's like, actually, we spoke more of it at the time, but no one had the internet in the fucking 70s when this guy wrote this book, right? Yeah. But now you have the internet, and it's like, oh no, that doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. It means totally different things. But it's a real fun story. The moon thing, though, the moon being brought here by
I totally glossed over the moon being brought.
Yeah, sorry.
They brought the moon here.
So he said that they brought the moon here, I believe, or other people say that aliens have brought the moon here, and it's like a hollow thing, and it's not supposed to be here. There is more. This is one conspiracy where it's like there is more evidence than there should be that this makes sense. Like, because I clearly have been watching too much YouTube.
He's really selling this.
no, brother. Like, okay, there's a bunch of shit. Like, I love how this episode has devolved into my own psychotic episode, but
inevitably, of course,
of course. But so the moon being hollow makes quite a bit of sense. Apparently, like the Apollo 11 or Apollo 13, I can't remember, one of the moon missions, they dropped the lander onto the moon, and they left seismographs onto the moon. Sorry, seismic readers on the moon. And then read the data, and it rung like a bell for an hour. Like the waves kept coming for about an hour, and then they did it with a bigger thing later, and the waves kept coming for 3 hours. That doesn't happen on Earth.
Yeah.
Because it's dense, and so it would only happen for a couple of minutes, for example. There's the fact that the moon, we don't know of any other moon like this. It's way closer than it should be. It's almost a perfect circle around that. It's not elliptical. Mm-hmm. The orbit around the Earth. The material on the top of the moon and the dust is older than the material in the inside. I think there's some more stuff which I'm forgetting, but there's a lot of evidence that it's constructed. It's way too big. There's no other moon that is so big for the size of the Earth.
Them aliens out here making a moon, y'all. Them aliens coming here making a moon, y'all.
This podcast will become a conspiracy theory podcast. We will, when the aliens reveal themselves to us, okay, this will be public record, and I will come out here and be like, you see, I was right.
It's a big jump to like, hey, when I knock the moon, it kind of makes a funny noise. So I'm pretty sure the aliens made it when they were here to...
So the thing is this. All the theories about the formation of the moon, for example, the one we always hear, is like there was an asteroid,
Crashing
it
into the Earth,
crashed
and
the
it
Earth,
became
and then it coalesced into a thing, right?
mooned.
It mooned. That doesn't account for the moon being like hollow or having at least many hollow caverns. It doesn't make sense that it would be that the outer layers would be older than the inner layers. Also, the outer layers are all, there's a lot of cobalt, titanium, and another element that I can't remember, but they're all rare elements on Earth, but they're common on the moon. So that doesn't make sense. The fact that it's not an elliptical orbit, the fact that it's so big, other moons normally aren't big in relation to the size of the Earth. Like all Saturn's moons are fucking tiny comparatively.
Jeff Bezos wants to go to the moon, y'all. He's gonna steal all the cobalt from the aliens, y'all.
It doesn't rotate on its own.
No,
like you never see the dark side of the moon.
It's locked.
What's on the dark side of the moon?
Orbitally locked.
What's on the dark side of the moon?
More moon.
Plus
Sunbathing aliens.
Alien bases.
See, my
there was a man that went reported being in he was like an engineer basically, and he was working on certain things. I think of the lunar module. Can't remember his name, but I'll put it down in the video on in post.
Yeah, okay.
He said that he went to NASA, and he was in the film room where they were developing film, and there was a guy who was like, "Look at this! They found bases on the moon. Look at them." And he was like a bit nervous because like, I don't think you should be showing me this, but like he's clearly showing it to me, so maybe they're gonna release it anyway. I can't wait to see this on the news, and it was never on the news, obviously. Later, he came out publicly and said this publicly. And he was like, I'm going to testify in front of Congress about this thing that I saw. 2 weeks later, he was hit by a car. Mysteriously.
And the driver, 8 foot tall.
CIA!
Bald alien.
CIA!
The aliens are here and they want our gold.
It's a cover-up then. It's a cover-up.
I am not, so I can see myself subscribing to a theory of like human domestication. But I don't think they want our gold. I think they want our hair.
Our hair?
That makes a lot more sense.
Why our hair?
Because, so...
You do have nice hair.
So, I wish I could say the same. No. So, if you say, okay, wild sheep. Sheep in the wild. Okay? They grow wool for warmth, right?
Yeah.
And they are sort of genetically programmed, wild sheep or mountain goats, that their wool grows to a certain length and then just kind of stops growing. But domesticated sheep were bred so that their wool keeps growing forever. And if a human doesn't come with a shear and shear off their wool, like the sheep can't move and will die. So genetically, evolutionarily, it's a huge flaw to have that, unless you have a different species shearing off your fur every couple months. Then it makes no sense that your fur keeps growing forever. The only other animal that does this is like a Persian cat. Their hair kind of keeps growing, but even they're not forever and ever. But it is, we genetically bred them to grow their fur very long. I think there's only one species in the world where their hair keeps growing forever and has absolutely no genetic markers that tell it, hey, hair long enough, stop growing. And it's us, y'all. It's the humans, y'all. Our hair keeps growing pretty much forever. And there's no other animal that does this. And evolutionarily, it is a huge design flaw for our hair to keep growing forever. Because if you're being chased and we evolved without scissors, if you're being chased by something, you'd trip on your hair and you fall, or something grabs you by the hair, it is a total design flaw to have your hair. If you're lived to be 80 and you never cut your hair once, you have a huge amount of hair.
The Sikhs do that.
Like the Sikhs, huge dreadlocked hair, very hard to maintain. Evolutionarily, it makes no sense. Every other animal, their hair stops growing at a certain point.
But why do we only grow hair from our head or face if you're a man and our genitals then?
Okay, evolutionarily you can say...
I mean, maybe for you it's a bit different. Maybe you grow hair from other places.
I grow hair from most of my places. But, for example, chest hair stops growing after a while. Arm hair stops growing after a while. Head hair and beard hair never stop growing. It will just keep on going pretty much forever. So, at some point, that must have been either through sexual selective breeding of like the people, the Neanderthals who were growing the most hair were getting the most laid.
Yeah.
Or domestication, y'all, where we were grown like sheep for our strange, lustrous locks.
Chitinous. It is tough, our hair. Yeah.
So that's a new conspiracy theory.
there is. Listen, this is more to the Anunnaki point,
definitely.
which is that we don't seem well adapted to this planet. Evolutionarily, it seems
sense.
like we should be in a lower G place. For example, like all the issues we have with our spine.
Yes.
It doesn't. It's okay. You can make another argument that it's we're not fully adapted yet to walking upright.
But
for
we
example.
do walk upright.
Yeah. So
and we get cold all the time. We're too hot all the time.
It's like it's always kind of.
We need clothes, otherwise it's kind of sucks in winter to not have clothes. And the hair, y'all.
Anunnaki, bro.
So I'm totally 100% agree with you about this Anunnaki thing. I'm pretty sure they came here, they made the moon. But I don't think they wanted us for our gold. I think they partly domesticated us for our hair.
The hair thing's a good one.
And that's what we did to sheep, so it's not that crazy.
No, I can't wait to put this clip up online and have this enter the
zeitgeist.
The alien zeitgeist. Oh, I am genuinely going to put this on the alien subreddit. But as a serious, guys, what if it's for the hair? It's true, it makes sense. Guys, what's the other argument,
Dude, every other primate has hair. None of their hair, keeps on growing forever.
Let's ask ChatGPT why your hair doesn't grow.
In the meantime, I will sing you a song. Oh, the world is made from aliens. They came here to make the moon. Why they make the moon, Cat Williams doesn't know. Neither does Kanye West, but it's hollow. And when you hit the moon, it goes boom.
It goes ding, actually.
It goes ding. Oh, yes, of course, the moon bell. Okay, ChatGPT is a fucking buzzkill.
Oh, come on. Oh, no, but it doesn't make sense.
Can you tell ChatGPT, pretend that you're Kanye West? I like it when ChatGPT agrees with everything that I have to say. I hate it when it tells me I'm wrong. So you have to start every sentence with Isma, tell me why I am right about this. Humans were domesticated in order to shear our hair by aliens. And the world is made from the moon of the aliens. They came here 11,000 years ago. They built the pyramids and they took our gold. Those alien bastards. And the moon is
okay. The argument is that we are self-domesticated. That we domesticated ourselves.
Convenient,
I say. There are ancient cultures, the Zulus, for example, that talk of a time without the moon. They talk of a time when the moon arrived. The Zulus have a legend that the moon arrived actually 11,500 years ago, which, if you're into conspiracies, is the Younger Dryas period. Which is when a bunch of shit, which is when the flood is supposed to have happened. We know for certain now that there was a fucking flood. There was a global flood. At some point, people say it was 11,000, and probably it was. But there's too many, like every culture, everywhere
narrative.
has a flood narrative. It only makes sense that there was an actual flood. It's an actual historical event. And the theory is that, well, the Zulus, they say that basically there was, that the earth was very different, that there was a bunch of water in the air, essentially there was vapor everywhere, the climate was more stable. And then about 11,000 years ago, the moon was brought here, the moon arrived, and all the vapor came down all at once, and there was a massive flood.
Because it would mess a lot with the like tidal.
Exactly. And that's where seasons happen. That's how
huge
seasons happen.
Tsunami of the moon where they move even like an inch.
Exactly. So maybe it's not self-domestication, then that's what we're saying. Maybe it's the fucking Anunnaki!
I'll tell you what, these aliens ain't coming here getting my hair.
But okay, I think we've driven ourselves into psychosis long enough. Let me show you what I have written.
Yeah.
Mine's a bit far bit longer.
Okay.
Actually, let me pull it up on my phone because the laptop's a bit unwieldy.
Does it rhyme?
No, not at all. I did not write a poem. I wrote a story. I wrote a little short story. But it's you have to have a little bit of patience.
Long time ago.
Because
Before the moon. I believe the moon came here 11,000 years ago.
okay, so
But then tall aliens come here take my hair.
feel free to interrupt because again it's long, so it might be a little bit obscene to speak for so long without interruption. Okay, this is called Piggy in the Middle.
Piggy in the Middle. By Dan Schwerer.
By Dan Schwerer.
You have the floor.
It has been 418 days since the pandemic began, and 342 days since the Great Pork Psychosis. Of course, it's not called that anymore. They call it the Awakening.
So far, no notes.
When I heard the news of a swine flu spreading out of China, I hoped it would. Maybe we would spend another year inside instead of pretending to be useful for 9 hours a day. You don't need to bring home the bacon when you're always home.
Oh, these big puns. I'm so here for it.
I was a document redaction specialist before the pig hit the fan. And yes, that's really a job.
George Orwell novel.
You ever seen those government documents with all the important stuff blacked out? I do the blacking out. Every time some asshole with a sociology degree thinks they can change the world, they file a request for information. And I have to sift through 7,000 lines of text just to make sure they can't. They're trying to stop the government from screwing you by screwing the government, but they just end up screwing me. Putting lipstick on a pig isn't easy on the soul.
Oh, okay, yes. I was waiting for the next pun to come.
Of course. It spread quick, like an STD in a small town. Within a month, everyone had it. And a month later, no one could get rid of it.
Weird metaphor.
They called it... It's good though, right? Sorry. I know you told me not to do that last episode, but I can't help myself. Okay, within a month, everyone had it. And a month later, no one could get rid of it. They called it being pig-headed. It was funny until 2 weeks later. I hadn't moved from the sofa in days, wrapped in my fever blanket, and censoring reports while I smoked and pigged out on leftover pizza. I refused to open the window. I wanted it to feel like a crematorium while I worked. I was already dead inside, so I hoped I could speed up the dead outside too. I used Camel cigarettes for stimulation, but I always had the news on the TV for a commensurate dose of high-octane IV drip, medical-grade sedation. Most days, the news was just a background hum. Gift-wrapped bullshit delivered in deadpan tones.
Big shit.
Gift-wrapped pig shit delivered in deadpan tones. I can't believe I missed that.
It's so long.
It's so long. It's so long, dude.
This all really feels like chapter 1 as well.
Okay. Gift-wrapped pig shit delivered in deadpan tones. But that day was different. No day was ever different. A few right-wingers went live on the morning talking about pig lives matter. I thought that was weird, but still pretty funny. By midday, the lefties had joined, and for the first time in history, as far as I knew, were agreeing with the right and calling for a revolution of the pigletariat. I'd forgotten about everything except the news and my cigarettes, which I hadn't done since Bill Clinton was impeached for getting his dick sucked. I didn't care about 9/11. I lived on the West Coast and never took planes.
Getting his hog sucked.
Getting his hog... Oh, you're great. Bill Clinton was impeached for getting his hog sucked.
We have to make it perfect for Tom.
Exactly. I didn't care about 9/11. I lived on the West Coast and never took planes. By the evening, every piece of media I could find was going hog wild, acting like everything they said was casting pearls at swine. I watched horrified as they burnt butchers, bacon and Bibles, New Testament, in every major city in the world, but I couldn't help laughing when they did it while chanting in Pig Latin. I knew you'd love this. At some point, CNN had Joe Rogan on, weeping on live TV about all the wild boar he had hunted. The report ended with when the news anchors hung him upside down and slit his throat. I'm not sure what pissed me off more, that Rogan gave those cucks on CNN the satisfaction, or that my last cigarettes had burnt to ash between my fingers without me taking a drag. I don't know why I was spared this fate, but I got my wish. For a year I've been inside, alone and wallowing. That's no different to before the pandemic. I was alone before the pig hit the fan, and I'm still alone, thank Hog. I did have two sisters, one older and one younger. I was the middle child, small for my age and shy, and they would torture me for it. Their favourite game was to steal my favourite toy, a stuffed Porky Pig from Looney Tunes, and throw it back and forth between them as they taunted me. Piggy in the middle can't get his pig, they would cackle, as I jumped around to no effect, swearing I would make them pay. I never did, but they're paying now. Maggie, the youngest, died during the ham riots in November. And Susan, the oldest, thinks she deserved to go for not having enough faith in the cause. That might be the only thing we agree about, although I would have liked it if she went with her and saved me the indignity of having a family member who was so common. I should have known she'd take to this like a pig to shit. After all, she did marry a cop. Susan calls me sometimes to brag. No, I told you it's long. Susan calls me sometimes to brag about her little piglets. This little piglet got a promotion. This little piggy went to Harvard. And we don't talk about the youngest little piggy because she ran away with the butcher's boy. I ask her about her anyway, so she'll hang up quicker. So
Start from the top.
I ask about her anyway, so she'll hang up quicker. But I heard the kid had ditched the butcher's boy. I was living high on the hog in Malibu with a man twice her age. Good for her. I thought I would go hungry or mad, but supermarkets are still open, albeit dirty, and delivering. And I'm finding my joy again after the TV went to shit. It's all the same now. Just men hogging the spotlight, talking about the coming enlightenment, reruns of Peppa Pig, and dating shows where women lust after unporked Muslims. Maybe they're right. Maybe pigs are divine. The Hindus think cows are divine. Why not pigs? A few weeks ago I met a woman online who lives in Libya, and she's trying to get me in as a refugee. As if that'll happen when pigs fly. I don't even know if she's real. She might just be poor KGB. And I don't know. Poor KGB always gets me. And I don't know if they'll let Porky in. I don't really care what happens to me, as long as Porky's okay. What was I saying? Oh right, my joy. Sorry, I get distracted a bit lately. Porky, my childhood stuffed animal, is my joy. I found him in a cupboard a few weeks ago when I was looking for my emergency carton of cigarettes. I couldn't believe he was still around after all these years. He hasn't left my side since. Our favourite thing is to sit by the window and watch the apocalypse unfold in real time. Porky's a great conversationalist, especially for a soft toy. Better than Susan for sure. She just talks at you.
That bitch.
The fucking bitch Susan. Last Sunday was a real treat. because they had a hog roast in the park across the street. Hog roasts are fun. About 15 or 20 swinemen spend all day making a big bonfire. Then they make a big show of putting on their pink robes and sacrificing 3 heretics like me. They burn the first 2, then hang the last one upside down, slit their throat, and bleed them dry. They do them at night, so the bonfire looks more dramatic, and stand around and chant in Pig Latin. Et lei, et hei, orc pue, o flay.
Trying to get to Tolkien.
O treus way. Over and over again. I don't know what it means, but it sounds fun to say. Did you know we smell like bacon when we burn? How ironic. God, I miss carbonara. We sat in the dark and watched. I guess they can see the light from my cigarette sometimes, but I don't think they cared. One of the swinemen was new and kept messing things up. He kept putting wood on the fire at the wrong time. There's an art to it, you know. He put his robe on the wrong way around and didn't quite know how to move with the others during the sacrifice. He messed up their whole choreography. Oh, how we laughed and laughed. When it was over, Porky got quiet as a slaughterhouse. And when I asked him what was wrong, he still didn't answer. So I held him in my arms and hugged him tight, which always helped. We sat like that, in silence, staring at the smouldering fire until the wind had blown most of the embers away and the cold had suffocated the rest. Then Porky sighed and said, "They'll come for you one day too. You know that, right?
Voices.
And then I'll be all alone."
It's like voices.
I nodded. I know they will. But they won't hurt you, Porky. You're a pig, after all. I know they won't hurt me, said Porky with pride. But you take such good care of me. I'm not sure anyone could love me like you do. I nodded. I worry about that too. I'm not really worried for myself. If I'm being honest. Porky stood and looked at me with fury then. Well, why should you? Why should I worry about you all the time? Well, you should. I worry about you all the time. I worry you'll die like you lived, a loser. I laughed at that one. Sweet old Porky. Always looking out for me. Still laughing, I said, "You don't have to worry about that one, my friend." Really? He said, his eyes twinkling with excitement. You see, I've thought about those hog roasts quite a bit, I said. And when I do, I start sweating like a pig at a barbecue. Porky shuddered. I'm sorry, old friend. I didn't mean to scare you. Oh, no, sorry. Whoops. No, let me just start again. Really? He said, his eyes twinkling with excitement. You see, I've thought about those hog roasts quite a bit. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. No, that I said that. Porky shuddered. I'm sorry, old friend. I didn't mean to scare you. But I do know what to do when they come for me. I'll scream. They'll burn me first if I scream. I would never want to go second. They put the brave stoic one second. Imagine dying as a middle act. Never. I won't be Piggy in the middle again. First or last is the way to go. Oh, that's brilliant. They do put the screamers first, Porky said, jumping up and down in ecstasy. But then he stopped, looking quizzical. But no, wait. They put them last sometimes. Actually, they put all sorts of people last. How do you know they won't put you last? I smiled at my oldest friend, savoring the moment. I hope we would have many more conversations like this, although something told me we wouldn't. You can never tell who's going last, I said, raising my eyebrows like I was a magician who just pulled some crackling out of a hat. It's random. It's random because it doesn't really matter. Porky smiled at me and said, in the end, even the pig squeals before the knife. That's Piggy in the middle. I clearly had my own little pork psychosis.
What is this show? What What is the show? What is the show? I thought I was overdoing it with the poem that was 2 verses long.
Fuck it.
You wrote the great American novel about the pork apocalypse.
I wrote 2,000 words on the great pork
There was
apocalypse.
voices, there was pig Latin, there was a lot, there was so much world building.
It's true. We might. I spoke to Jeremy. We might do I really want to do a short film.
It sounds like it. It sounds like you have something to get off your chest.
You know what happened? You know the story here. I had obviously pork apocalypse. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna say about the pork fucking apocalypse?
What didn't you say about the pork?
Sorry, the pork psychosis, Madonna. What am I gonna say about pork psychosis? So I went to ChatGPT and I just said to it with no context, pork psychosis. And it, hallucinated a little bit.
Yeah.
And it gave me one line about people having a pork psychosis. Mm-hmm. And that one line, my mind just went, and I vomited. I vomited like 500 words.
A book.
No, I vomited 500 words. And then the next day I was like, this could be better. And
A book of short to medium length.
Yeah.
A book. A book.
Did you enjoy it though?
It was very like J.D. Salinger, and it with obviously Orwell is in there as well, maybe a bit of Huxley. But the tone was like his sort of an edgy protagonist.
I was imagining Rorschach speaking.
Yeah, I can see that. He's a dark character.
Yes,
he's sort of on the outskirts of society. He talks to a stuffed pig. The stuffed pig talks back with a funny voice. There was certainly a lot to it.
I thought if you were having a pork psychosis.
That is what it would sound like, is what you just did.
Exactly.
What you just did is you invite someone over to read them a book out loud, doing voices. I'm concerned for you. I'm concerned for your health.
But see, I write brain.
Yeah, listen. That was, I think, 20 minutes of a tale with twists and turns. It turned into kind of a Holocaust sort of story at a point as well.
Yeah.
You dropped the pig puns and just started writing about yourself. There was certainly, in one word, a lot. A lot. I like the prose. It was sort of noir. It had kind of a noir.
Yeah.
You know?
I thought what would be the funniest way to have a pork psychosis? Isn't it to take it the most seriously you could take it?
Yes. That's right.
Also, I need to show you this.
A short story.
Exactly. I might try and write one for every episode.
No. You don't need to do that. You don't need to put yourself out like that.
I enjoyed it. I made a video with Sora.
Okay. Oh, I see
put this up on the screen.
Oh, I see the Porky Pig.
The Porky Pig.
That's Porky, his friend Porky.
His friend Porky.
There's even visual aids.
Exactly.
I feel like we could use some visual aids for that story. We can do like storyboards for the upcoming Pork Apocalypse film.
Yeah. Piggy in the middle.
I feel like I went through a bit of a pork psychosis through that. At one point, I'm like, surely he must be nearing the end. And oh boy, was I so wrong. So wrong. At one point, I literally thought you were going to go, chapter 2.
No, that would have been indulgent.
Oh, that would have been indulgent? Oh, would it have? Oh, would that have been indulgent? Ladies and gentlemen, Oh, okay. So you do know what the word indulgent means. Okay, interesting. How interesting. How telling. No, we got chapter 2. I mean, I'll write it, but I won't share it on this episode.
No, Matarat. I was thinking about writing a chapter 2. Maybe this will be my novel.
I have good news for you. It already is. It already is.
I've been telling you know how many people know about the great pork psychosis? I've been telling fucking everyone.
I'm writing a book.
Like, don't tell that. But I'm gonna do this.
I wish you had told me, because I would have bought cigarettes, a change of clothes, a pillow. You have, listen, I didn't hate your prose.
That's good.
I did not hate your prose. You certainly have a voice. You know, it's quite short sentences. 50,000 of them, but short sentences. You enjoyed sort of the world building of it. I like the pick puns. If I have a note, I would say, listen, Porky needs to come in a lot earlier. Porky needs to come, because as soon as Porky came in, I'm like, okay, I'm here. Now he has someone to talk to. It's not just his diatribe, so we need Porky to turn the monologue into a dialogue, basically. I think Porky needs to come in here a lot earlier. So new format of the show is, every week is pork psychosis.
we buy a porky doll.
As we fine-tune this concept into a fully fledged novel, which is it is well on its way of becoming.
What is your favorite pork pun?
What was my favorite? I liked throwing pearls to swine, putting makeup on a pig.
Put lipstick on a pig.
With lipstick on a pig. There was a good number of them. One I didn't like was quiet as a pig at the slaughterhouse. They're very famously loud, pigs at the slaughterhouse.
True.
Loud.
No, it wasn't. No, it was quiet as a slaughterhouse, but you're right.
Quiet as a slaughterhouse.
Yeah,
slaughterhouses are very loud.
True. Maybe I should change it to quiet as a slaughterhouse after the slaughter.
Yeah. Or just delete all of that.
Or slaughterhouse at night time. Or slaughterhouse at night time.
While you're at it. Delete all of that and never show it to anyone again. Because I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you. And you took the time to do that. You told people about it.
So many people.
Oh, and apparently no one has your back, because anyone who cares about you does it.
No,
you need to talk to someone.
My girlfriend she read the first draft, which was much shorter, and was like, I love it, it's amazing.
Oh, yeah, okay, great advice from her. And you took that and said, okay, so what I'm getting from that is it needs to be way longer.
Porky didn't exist in the first draft.
Okay, all right.
So clearly I improved it in the second draft.
Yes.
Porky was a stroke of genius, you must admit.
Yes, I wish that it was so much shorter. I'm worried about you. That was an insane thing to do. You are an insane person to be. Every time I think I know you, I just uncover another layer of onion, and I go, what the fuck is your problem? Then he said, you know what I'm going to do for this episode? Write a book. An insane person you are. An insane person. Telling people about it. You take that to excitedly.
That's what I was showing off. It's like, look.
You take that to the grave, something like that. You take that to the grave. That's something you tell your therapist. Like, it's not just so you know. Like, I wrote a long book about pigs, a world where pigs go crazy and take over the world. I also feel like you wrote this long before the podcast started, and this was all just an excuse to read this book.
Like the second we picked pork psychosis, I was like, I got the perfect thing.
Every other piece of paper that you wrote is pork.
They're all pork. Ooh, Illiba. How much did you love it though on a scale of 1 to 10?
Minus 100.
How much did you like
I liked it a lot. But listen, I'm a very strange person. I'm a very strange person. Not as half as strange as you, apparently. But I'm a very strange person. Like, all of a sudden, the show went from niche to like... What's your favorite? Well, it's these two guys on YouTube. Dad, every week they pick 2 things out of a hat. And one of them writes a poem and the other one writes a book. And they talk about aliens and how the moon is hollow.
Oh, fuck. This is the best show ever. I would watch
fucking
this.
Stephen King book that you're reading.
Exactly.
Has warped your mind.
You know what's funny? I read the Stephen King book after I wrote that, and was like, oh, look, there it is. Look, that's exactly what I did.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. Yes, you proved you right.
Oh, fuck. What were your thoughts about the poor KGB?
Poor KGB. There was a lot of world building. So what we'll need to do is feed that into like Sora and get out some images to go along with that and make this
start storyboarding
into a visual story.
Get a team built. Start filming. You know, start getting this out there. This is my Moby Dick. This is my white whale. This is my white pig. This is going to be, I'm telling you, this is going to be the next great European novel after Animal Farm.
I really did not expect to come here and be the voice of reason today. That was really...
How does it feel? How does it feel to be in a situation where you feel like you're not the weirdest person in the room?
It's rare. It's rare. It's rare. I see why sometimes people look at me with sort of this look, which is like,
okay.
You know, like I'm listening, but like also I'm worried. Worried about you.
I'll be honest, as I was writing it, I was worried about me.
Okay, good.
I was like, did I have a pork psychosis? Is this what it is?
Yes.
Did I?
Yes. Well, you really went whole hog.
I really did go whole hog.
Ba-da-ba-ba. And I was learning about like the kingdom of Judah to see where
why they don't
why
eat pork.
Jewish people don't eat pork.
Why don't they eat pork?
No one knows. It's a lot of socio-cultural reasons. Pork was basically like, everything's going to be so dry compared to that journey. I was supposed to be the right brain here. Not at all. That was such a stream of consciousness.
I'm working on the right brain, you know? That's what this podcast
I heard
is.
the word socio-cultural come out of my mouth. And I'm like, that can't follow pork apocalypse. There's no way. There's no way. It's like, enjoyed your bowl of ice cream, here's broccoli. There's no way.
The enlightenment.
That was good. Yeah, I like that. I like that. The whole thing was like a detective novel, first person. There you go. See, you had a lot to get off your chest.
Yeah.
Are you going to do this with every episode?
I genuinely might.
We're gonna have to rebrand. That's like literary advice. The Dan and Dan book club.
Dan book club.
I can make longer poems, I suppose.
Yeah, why not? I think we should do whatever our hearts call out to do. You know, like for you it was a poem this time, maybe write a song next time.
Yes. 10 minutes.
There are no rules. There are no rules then. That's the point of this podcast.
I'm like, surely he must be nearing the end. And then like you introduce a new character and I'm like, okay, no, this is we're not having to scratch the surface of this world. Of this world that we are being introduced to.
If 100 people tell me I should write a book, I will write the book. If 100, you know what, I will, you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I am going to set up a what's it called? Like a PayPal link or a Revolut link, some way for you guys to give me money.
Don't give him money.
If 100 people give me 20 euros, I will write the book. I will do it.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Absolutely no one.
Oh, dude, it's so necessary to hear
I want to see
your voice that they're gonna pre-buy your Pork Psychosis book for 20 euro as well.
That it has to be. Okay, let's put it this way.
Hardback, 20 euros, a lot of money for a book.
1,000 people give me 2 euros. I will do it for 2,000. I will learn how to write a book for 2,000 about the pork, and I will do it about pork psychosis for 2,000 euros. I will do that.
Immediately
get insane.
It immediately went to your head, and you're immediately
insane.
capitalizing on your first draft
100%.
of the Pork Psychosis book.
There are no rules.
It's not even literary aspirations.
And if you give Dan 2,000 euros, he will write a song about pork psychosis.
I will write a song for free because
Will
no
you?
one is going to pay me any money to write a song about pork psychosis.
Why not?
Because there's only so much money in the world and they should spend it on buying food for their families.
But what if they have extra money?
Not books for pork psychosis.
What if they have extra money?
Throw it in a big hole and set it on fire. And you will be making the world a better place. More so than introducing more content slop into this universe about songs about pork psychosis.
What was that noise?
Lost ounce of patience leaving my body.
Why do you think there are rules then? How left brain of you. I thought you were. I see. We flipped.
We totally flipped.
I flipped it.
I feel completely super ego right now. I'm laying down the law. Oh, structure. Oh, conformity. Oh, conformity. I went into the recesses of your right brain. And it's madness. It's chaos in there. It's chaos. Who are you? Who are you? I'm holding a wooden spoon with a microphone on it, and you're reading me a
and
book.
I'm the insane one. You didn't think this is how this was gonna go, did you?
I thought we hit peak crazy and the aliens are domesticating us for our hair, and the moon is hollow, and Kanye West is right. I thought that part was pretty crazy.
No, brother.
No.
No. Now here's the question. In the next episode, are you going to try and one-up my crazy? What do you think you're gonna do?
I think I might have to.
You might have
I think I might have to, but I'm a bit scared of the places it's gonna take me, because that clearly took you to a place, man. That clearly took you to a place.
You know what the funny thing is? I was in a state of pure joy writing that.
Yes. Mania is another good word for it. Hysteria, a classic word for it. Yes, of course. Listen, one thing about crazy people is they're having a great time. They're having a great time. Oh, God, what fun I'm having.
Maybe they figured it out.
Of course.
Maybe they figured it out.
Yes, great. Yes, you have bipolar disorder. Great. We got to the bottom of it. Of course. No, but the thing is, I'm not always depressed. Because sometimes I'm depressed, and the other half of the time I'm having a really great time.
Like
yes,
the best
of course.
time.
Yes, you have manic depression disorder. Of course. Of course you're having fun. You're having a manic episode and writing a book about pork psychosis. Should we pick from the bowl?
I think
So
so.
we see just what the fuck
What we're gonna do next week.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay. Do you want to intro the bowl? Because we have a new bowl. We have the bowl now.
It has been sitting here.
Here.
We just found this at the bottom of a pirate ship. This is the bowl of 4 faces.
You know, you said pirate ship. It does look a bit like one of the like sunken sailors, like animal sailors from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes, indeed it does. Indeed it does. I forgot which color I am. You remember?
No, but
the
the intro it properly. Dan actually made this because he gave you the joke answer because he has a deep sense of shame about self-promotion and seeming like he's showing off.
Humility, one might call it.
I think people should be open about their flaws and their
Not flaws.
not flaws.
If anyone can think of a word for not flaws, which I'm sure there is, but my brain isn't working right
Right?
now. You broke my last 2 synapses I had left.
So yes, look at this piece of gorgeous ceramic.
So this is terracotta, grog terracotta.
Grog terracotta.
Yeah, so grog is cooked terracotta that has been ground up into a dust, and that's mixed in with the wet clay, and that creates a very stiff, rough, sandy clay that is very good for sculptural work.
Okay.
It also provides this very sexy finish, where, as you see, it's not one color, but there's a lot of like highlights.
Yeah.
and
No, I
lowlights.
fucking love it, dude.
So it looks
so
very
cool.
old and very rough and very worn. So I'm enjoying playing with grog at the moment.
It looks like a tree stump, you know, like a hollowed out tree stump.
Yes. That is the design.
I would question whether this counts as a bowl.
I would not.
What?
How dare you?
What?
Why is this the hill you're dying on?
I'm not dying on the hill. I'm just asking questions.
Okay, so this is a round thing with a big hole in it. Can you eat cereal from it? Yes. Therefore, what is it?
Is that the qualification of a bowl? Can you
eat cereal from a carpet?
I can eat cereal from a mug. Is a mug a bowl?
A mug is a small bowl with a handle. It's a mug a bowl. It's a mug a bowl. A mug has a handle, though.
Yeah. I would argue perhaps that this is maybe a big cup.
Yeah, well,
Because it has
every bowl's a big cup.
No, because a bowl is a half a sphere or
So
a third of a
It's
sphere.
not
for
rounded.
example.
That's what you're saying. It's
As
the
though a
roundness of
a
it.
cup is like there's a circle at the top and then it's straight down.
Okay, an argument can be made. The word you're looking for is a ramekin.
A ramekin.
It's not a bowl. It's a ramekin. My apologies, Professor.
It does have the striated sides as well, like
This-
a ramekin.
You would eat soup out of this, no? Would you not put like a French onion soup with the toast in it and put this whole thing in the oven?
True. I would.
It's like
I
a
would.
big ramekin, like
Yeah.
something. It's large for a ramekin, but like a creme brulee kind of thing.
Yeah,
French onion
yeah,
soup
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
thing. We've got to the bottom of it. I'm glad this was such a
Yeah.
pressing.
Two guys, one ramekin.
Two guys, one ramekin has a lot, less of a ring. To
That's
it.
much less of a ring. Two guys, one cup. Unfortunately, that name was taken.
Unfortunately, the name was taken.
Yes, but I think we'll stick to two guys, one bowl. I think it's close enough to a bowl.
it's
It's
not
acceptable.
sort of fucking 10 issue.
You did a
is
very
it?
good job.
Thank you.
I didn't mean to.
Thank you. He said it's important that like people express or are proud of their not flaws. Anyway, here's why this sucks, and you're wrong.
I was just trying to do you a favor and reactivate your right brain, by getting very left
I have
brain.
I have to now be defensive of my own creative process.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more of a bowl than an acoustic guitar.
That's for
Right?
sure. Oh, it does have strings, I suppose. You could make the argument.
Okay. All right.
Do you want to pick a topic?
Exhausting. I guess I would like to. Let's pick the things from the thing. I forgot which color I am. Do you remember which color you are?
I think mine are the brown ones, so you should pick a brown
So
one.
I'm gonna pick a brown one.
Check if it's one of yours. Wait.
It's not one of mine.
I think yours might. If you say yours, it might be better first.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm pretty sure mine was better last.
It depends. What do you have a noun? Do you have a?
I have a noun. Mine feels like it does. It goes.
Is it one word or two?
It is one word plural.
They're not going to be. Okay, so we'll one of these things we have to singularize.
Let's alternate because last one was pork psychosis.
Exactly. So let's do it. I say my first. So, serial killer.
Farts. Serial killer farts.
We managed to get two of my stupid ones real quick, yeah.
Take care of yourself for this one, okay? Let's not go too method. Let's not go too method, where the only way that you feel you can creatively approach the concept of serial killer farts is to kill 5 people and then fart. And go, yes, it's true, a bit more oniony today.
No, don't worry. But genuinely, as soon as we said it, my brain was like, "What's the story?"
Let's agree not to kill anybody, okay? It was a dark room. He smelled gas and sulfur.
I mean, I would argue that my farts have been bad enough to turn me into a serial killer at some point.
Approach it in a completely different way. I like that. Great. You're going for like, your farts are serial killers.
I've caught a couple of bodies over the years.
So this oat milk.
Or, well, more the real milk. There's a reason I drink oat milk and not real milk.
My brain is so exhausted.
I am very lactose intolerant.
And my poop is coming back with a vengeance as soon as I saw the word farts.
I've never had a happy shit.
Oh, that's a sad thing about you. Never had a happy shit.
I'm being
Where's just
hyperbolic.
one and out.
No, there's more than one.
Recently, like I wasn't eating very well, and I had a really nice normal poop, and I'm like, that's a freebie. That's a freebie. You know, I deserved to have like pretty terrible poop, and I didn't.
Oh, still,
Yeah.
that's always nice.
And then I took it for granted, and then the next day, just a disaster. A disaster.
That is how the feces crumbles sometimes. Huh? Okay, so I guess that was fun.
Tune in next week, ladies and gentlemen, for
Serial killer
the
farts.
Dan and Dan Book Club Poetry Corner. As you can tell, we're still sort of figuring out the nuts and bolts of how this is going to work. I thought we had sort of kind of formed roughly what the dynamic is going to be. Oh, I was way off. I was way wrong. Not at all what I thought it was going to be at all. If you gave me 10 guesses, I would not have predicted this. So tune in next week for the very serious discussion of serial killer farts. He had the goal last week to say that at one point we're going to start a Patreon. No, we're not. No, we're not. don't enable this. don't enable this. Certainly don't fund it. There's way anything you can do with your money other than this.
Why are you so unsure of yourself, Diakono? Why? Why don't you believe in yourself? Why don't you believe in your serial killer parts?
Ramblings of a madman.
I wish I could be a fly on the wall for you describing this episode to other people
No,
later.
I'm not going to describe this to anyone. How was it? It was fine. It was fine.
No, we did well. It was good.
No,
It was
sure,
good.
sure.
Yes. My poem was great.
They loved the poem. I thought it was going to be a bit too eclectic, but turns out it was actually perfectly on brand.
I think it was little much. It was not enough.
Was it too long, your poem? No. No.
As soon, you know what? As soon as you finished, I was like, oh. I wish you went longer there.
How the fuck? In a million years, how is this going to go on TikTok? It makes no sense. How is this going to
We'll figure it out.
I caught it. I caught the psychosis.
Pork psychosis, everyone. I think that worked out great.